Welcome back, guys. So today we are going to be working up here, sort of. This is done. Like, we know how this is going to work. We need to replace appropriately, putting them underneath and stuff. But what we're going to be working on is connecting. I'm just going to take all this stuff because I'm going to have to tear that out anyways. Connecting all of the connecting this to down there. Okay. So, in order to do that, what we're first going to do is we're going to knock out anything that doesn't need to exist up here, such as all of this. Pretty much just have just the track up here. I can pop that out because I know that there's got to be a switch there, and we need to put a switch on these as well. This is essentially the track that we need, right? Now, in order for this to function, we do need to have a wall sitting here. So if we go like this, we can get the two there, and then from below we can get the rest. Ouch. Okay, because I don't want to have the walls. I guess I should have that locked in, because otherwise it's going to be really weird looking. So let's just go like this. There we go. That's one wall, because we need that wall there so that when it ejects to here. Otherwise, it won't eject properly. Now, this doesn't need a wall. Neither does this. Now, in order for us to turn, we have to turn on a flat surface because, I'll show you why. If we go like this, place the track, connects nicely. But if we place another one here and go like that, see what happens? Now, if we were to go down, they're fine. But they can't go up that way. They hit this and they stop. So in order to combat that, we need to make sure that this initial turn is flat. So it has to be like this, which turns it flat, and then from there, we can go down. Okay? Now, once again, we have to turn, so we have to go flat. Then we can go down. Boop, boop. Then we turn, so we have to go flat. Then you can go down. So this is essentially all we're going to be doing to get this thing to just turn around corners. Something seems wrong there. Oh, this could have gone one further. Right? No. Yeah. Yeah. This could have gone... or should have been like this. That way goes down, down, and then turns. Right? And then there should be one there. And then we can go... Now, we want it to come out somewhere down here. I don't really care where, honestly. If we do that, it should turn again. And then we can just go straight down to the floor here. And have it, let's have it turn. Do we want it to come like this? Or do we want it to come over from over there and then it'll do like a logical spiral? Yeah, let's do the logical spiral. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Probably should have seen that coming. Let's put this here. And that one there, and that will turn it. Then go like this and this, then down. Then we can turn and connect. So they'll come this way, come up this way, jump up, or right up to this, right up here, all the way up to the top here where they'll get their boosters ejected, and the cart will continue back down the path to us. Now, in order to make it up there, they obviously need power rails. And we need to install the levers. So we need to install a lever there, I think. That's right? That should power this, yep. We need one there and one there. Okay, so one there. Yep. And one there. Yes. Now I'm using levers instead of redstone torches because you're going to see them. And not to mention, I want to power directly from the bottom. Now, I could just use redstone blocks. Totally worth it. Does power, but it's incredibly expensive. Now, in this case, we're not really worried about them going down. They're going to make it down easily. So we need to put the powered rails on positions where they're going to receive or need the actual boost. Now, where is that one? Okay, so that one's there, right? Yep. So I want them on the bottom of each of these ramps. And we may have to install more. But I don't really know. I'm not used to working with rails, even though I love them a lot. I haven't actually used them very often. Like the last time I actually used them in a build properly, like this was a primary build, it was, man, it was like release version of Minecraft. Maybe like the 1.2 or whatever. Like there's the released version that they had when the game came out, and then there was like the one version where they had an update. Like maybe a couple updates after that, and that was pretty much it. Now this one here, we could probably use redstone torch if I had it, but I don't have one. We're definitely going to be using redstone torch here. Now, because we want to power it to get around that corner, and we don't want it to shoot off the corner, we're going to go like that. Okay? Because this will give us power to get to there, so we can actually place a powered rail right here at the end, just to make sure that it has enough force. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, we're going to grab the minecart, and we're going to grab the, whatchamacallit, redstone torch to power the things, just so that we can test it. We don't have redstone torch? We do have redstone torch. Of course we do. And I have the minecart. A derp. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top, and we're going to make sure that the minecart, with us in it, actually returns to the stopping point and actually stops at the stopping point. Because if it doesn't stop at the stopping point, then it can mess up the system. So we go like, nope, we go like that. Has to be like that. Yes, I realize there's a, whatchamacallit down there, torch, but don't really care. Not for now anyways. So we go like that, and then this one we need to have a power supply as well. So let's, if I break that, is it going to break the track? Yes it is. Now, I can't place tracks over torches, can I? Don't know. It might work. No, it needs an actual block. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just go like this, and we'll place the torch, or we'll place the lever, because we're now on the wood, right? We'll go like, oop, nope, let's put the power drill back. There we go, like so. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top, make sure that the cart makes it to the actual stopping point and doesn't, like, you know, get in it. It just ejected me. No, don't go down. Stop. Because we want to make sure that it goes down and it doesn't stop on any unnecessary reason. Get ejected from the track, going around a corner. It seems to be working completely fine. It's going to throw us all the way over through our shiny tunnel section. Light in it and throw it. And it stops us. Now, where did it stop us? Almost touching it. I may want to make that 3 blocks long. I noticed that with it only being 1, it can actually get far enough over onto the detector rail to trigger it and send it off again. So let's make this 3 just for good safety's sake. Now, we're going to take the track as if we came from this pen. Okay? So we're going to push, fire, slide, out. Now we should be able to go up, and we should, if we don't touch the controls, we should eject on that pumpkin space. Let's see if it happens. Round, we're ejected on the pumpkin. Perfect. And the cart continued on. Now the cart should continue all the way back down. We've already lost it because it's like super fast compared to us. We're just keeping up with it. I know we could make this faster by actually putting more power rails on it, but I don't really see much of a point. I don't need like an instant travel system. Let's put a torch or something just to light that corner up. And it stops there. Perfect. For us to break and pick up. I wonder if I can... Do I have any pistons? Just floating around in here? I do. They're in my inventory. A derp. I know if we place a sticky piston on a track, we can move the track itself. We can't... Can we actually place tracks on pistons? Like, is that a thing? We can. Okay, interesting. Now, if... What I'm trying to figure out here is if we can place... Since we can place tracks on sticky pistons... Just put sand for now. And it's just a normal track. I know that if we have a sticky piston, we can push, and it keeps it on the track. But, oh no, I guess that wouldn't work either way. My plan was originally to have the piston underneath it, so that when it hits this, I could hit a lever, it would push it up and then drop, and then just be like a quick to push it up and then pull it back down, and it would like pop the minecart off. But that's not going to work. So I guess this will be fine. Oh, we'll just do it like this. Now, the actual section down here is pretty ugly. I'll give you that. And I need to do something to beautify it, because it is pretty terrible looking. Like this doesn't look all that great. It's kind of ugly. But honestly, how often are we going to be looking at this? The villagers will see this more than we will. We don't need this ladder anymore because we have the other entrance exit. We also don't need this because we already have... I don't have any dirt on me. Well, that's disappointing. We'll put cobble, I guess, because it kicks out here, so we don't need this one. I'm hoping that my lighting job worked well enough that nothing's gonna spawn in here. It appears that it's working, but it could also just be because I'm occupying this area. Like, we need to deal with that as well. I don't see anything spawning in this area. It's awfully dark on that roof, though. Jeez. It's kind of dark around the edges here. Like, I don't want it lit up like that, where it's got so much light, it's like a consistent light. I like having the little shadow spots and stuff, where it feels like a more logical village. I don't even see anything out there. Oh no, that's something maybe. Kind of looks like skeletons or something. Anyways. Right, so we don't need that there. We don't need... Ooh, ow. This here. So if we hold here, we can break that, then we stand on top, and boop, 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 boop. This section as well will carry the same pattern, except about halfway up I want to start changing it into more of like a wood and stone and cobble system. So it creates kind of like a transition from the purifier up into the village motif. Yeah, but honestly, other than that, not much. Well, I don't need that one, do we? We just need it so it hits and turns. And that's pretty much all there is going to be it. Like we don't need to have like a super fancy track or anything like that. We'll probably end up replacing this with the red clay, just to bring the red all the way up. Maybe do a stagger on it as well, so about halfway up, so that here, instead of it going red, it starts to, every once in a while we'll put a stone brick or whatever, or cobble, or maybe even just keep it the wood and put the wood, and then a couple more red, and then a wood, and red, wood, and red, wood. So it phases out. to the point where it's about here, it just becomes a solid wood. So we'd have it like wood, and we'd have a wood, and then red, wood, red. You know what I mean? Like the every other type of thing until it becomes down here where it sticks back to being solid red again. But anyways, that's something we might do next episode, which is something I might do off camera. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I will see you when I see you.